Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Action Jackson. And, man, you already know what's going on in this video. I'm going to be giving you guys my reaction to the Cowboys and Patriots game. So, hey, man, I ain't going to do no long intro or anything like that, man. Let's just hop into it. All right, so the Dallas Cowboys won, man, 35-29. We already knew that this game was going to be closer than what we are. We already knew this game was going to be close. Bill Belichick always makes these great offenses, and he always limits them all the time. He takes away, like what people say, he takes away your dominant hand, makes you want to play left-handed. Able to do a bit of both, but for a little bit in the first quarter. But other than that, other than the early struggles, because I remember the first drive that we had on offense, we went for it on 4 downs, and we threw a challenge flag to get the first down. You know, other than that, and then New England, after we didn't get the 4th down, we gave them New England really short field, and then New England, when they scored. So, you know, we faced a lot of adversity early in the game. This game should have been, this game shouldn't have even gone into overtime, in my opinion, just for the simple fact of that touchdown, a clear, blatant, obvious touchdown before halftime, and they called it back. Of course, I don't know what the hell is going on in the officiating, but this is why I don't like playing in New England. Every time we play in New England, a weird call happens to us. Every time. It was a phantom call 2 years ago. Then this year, it was a hands to the face by freaking Lyle Collins. But the plays by when the tackles are putting their hands in the neck and the shoulder pads are above their face, the offensive linemen, they do that to each other all the time. So that's a routine play. I don't know why the hell they call that an illegal hands to the face when that always happens all the time. But there's a lot of just weird, blatant calls that was just retarded. And then there were some calls that just made no sense when Dak scored that touchdown, he was in. That was a touchdown. Then Cedric Wilson dropped a touchdown earlier in that same drive when Dak was clearly in. He had the ball, then Dak threw an absolute dime, right in the numbers, right in number 1, hit him right there. Ced Wilson dropped it in the end zone, man. So Dallas had a chance to really put this game away, but earlier in the game, but there was a lot of bad calls, bad drops, and then there was bad calls earlier in the game. So then going over more of the offensive mishaps, man. So late in the game, around like the 4th quarter, bro, Connor Williams was selling us. Greg Zuerlein was selling us. So on that same drive when Greg Zuerlein missed his 51-yard field goal, almost wanted us to lose us the game again. What we do is Connor Williams holds. He had a holding call and an unsportsmanlike conduct call. So since both can't be enforced on the play now with the new rule, I guess, in the NFL, so Bill had to pick one. So he picked the one that would put us on 3rd and forever, which was 3rd and 25. That's what set us up in the play, I believe, to eventually put us into overtime. But then there was it was just bad calls, man. Because I remember that was a call that put us that Dak threw that crosser to Ceedee Lamb. Ceedee Lamb put us in field goal range around like 26 seconds left. Greg Zuerlein made that kick, to put us into overtime. But then there was a previous drive before that, or two. I think the 2 previous drives, because I remember. I'll get into a little bit of the defense. So I'm just all over the place, man. So right now, man, it was just a really tough game because it was just a lot of bad calls again. Connor Williams was messing up. I already told you, had an unsportsmanlike conduct, then a holding penalty. There was just a lot of just dumb calls. And there was a time where, I think this was the drive when Connor Williams held. Connor Williams held when Tony Pollard was carrying the ball. We were already in field goal range at the time, because I believe Tony Pollard would have got the first down if it wasn't for the holding call. Then because of the holding call, set us out of field goal range. And then Dak and then Dak rolled out to his left on the next play after the holding call. Then he rolled out to the next play, rolled out, got down there to 4th down. And then they didn't want to go for it. I don't know why we didn't go for it on that 4th down earlier in the game. We still had to get a stop regardless, because even if we just get the first down, because we still have to go down there. Eventually, we'll eat up the clock, but you never know. So we went down there, missed the field goal. Then we had to go down there, play defense. And so, I mean, that's about it with the offense, man. I'm proud of Dak. Dak doing? Shown why he's an elite quarterback. He led us. He kept us in the game the entire time. Them and the defense. We'll give credit to the defense. Defense did his job. But they just... I'll get into the defense a little bit later, but one notion I have to make about the defense right now is that no way New England should have scored 29 points on us, man. No way. Now, I understand the first touchdown wasn't really their fault because Dallas was trying to get super aggressive in their first quarter and like their first drive of the game. They were trying to go for it, and you didn't get it, which led you to having New England on the ball. Dallas was already backed up, and then once they got like to the 20-yard line, they was on their 20, and then you turn the ball over. Now they're on their 20. Now they're on the 20 now, opposite end. Still in scoring range. And New England easily scored a touchdown. Then there was another touchdown that when New England just drove on us, and then there was a push off of Hunter Henry. That was a quick 14 right there, man. So, staying on topic about the offense, Dak did his thing, man. He led us to victory. Offense, Ceedee Lamb had a big game. Amari Cooper had nice catches here and there, man. New England DBs tend to give him trouble, but Ceedee Lamb was eating up on the secondary corner. Mills, who previously played for the Jalen Mills, who previously played for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. He was getting burnt out there by Ceedee Lamb, and then we was doing our thing, man. So and then if you take away some of the turnovers. Dak had an interception that wasn't really his fault. He threw the ball. It tipped off of somebody's hands and it ended up being an interception. So, I was in the red zone and we was driving again, and that was another mishap. Dak threw the ball behind in double coverage. He threw it behind Cedric Wilson in the end zone, popped up in the air. It got picked up by Kyle Duggar and things like that. So, that I didn't make my keys to victory yesterday because I was so busy with college work, but. This was one of my keys. I just didn't want to shoot ourselves in the foot because you shoot yourself in the foot against Bill Belichick, man. He will make you play. He will make you pay, man. So it was looking real shaky. I'm proud of the offense. They did out there. They did their thing, man. Sorry, man. Let's head into this defense, man. Yeah. So I know this is a picture of the block punt. That's one thing I'm gonna go. I want to talk into two things real quick, but this one I'll talk about the block punt. This was a great special teams play by Luke Gifford, man. He shot the gap, went over there and blocked the punt. I was super happy, bro, because I remember the first time we blocked a punt recently was like 2015, man. That's the last time I remember us blocking a punt against the Eagles week 2. So we haven't blocked a punt in almost like 6-7 years. It's been a while. So I'm happy that, we got the block punt, but, eventually that turned into no points due to the refs calling a freaking. Dak was obviously, and you'll probably see screenshots and everything across Cowboy Twitter and everything like that, but you'll see that Dak was clearly in the end zone. They were trying to say that the ball, that since they couldn't call a touchdown because they couldn't see the ball, but that was BS, bro. Dak's half his body with the ball in the end zone and everything like that, and then they're going to say that they're going to call it back. That was stupid, but man, special teams did its job, like punting and everything like that, except for Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein did his thing. He put us into the overtime game. But, dude, if he just makes that field goal, you get the 3, and then, that touchdown, that quick one-play touchdown happens, or second-play touchdown happens with the Patriots, and then you go out there, that last drive, we just went to take us into overtime. That would be our game-winning drive. We'll just kick the last-second field goal. It would have been, overtime anyway, but it would have been overtime anyway if you would have missed it, but if you would have made it, it would have been, a game. So, I believe the special teams, Greg Zuerlein, I don't know what's going on, man. It's like sometimes Greg Zuerlein will make the kick to save the game or win the game or take us into overtime. But then the game too, and then but if he just makes his early kicks in the game, we're winning it because all we have to do in the last, because we're playing close games, you know what I'm saying? Except for like the past 2 weeks, we were blowing people out. Past 3 weeks, we was blowing people out. But it's like, why are you? The game didn't even have to. This game didn't even need to be in overtime. Now it's more beat up on the player's body when all you could have done was just make your field goal in the earlier possession. You kick your field goal to win the game, then it's over. Everybody goes home. So, Trevon Diggs, man. Trevon Diggs is the best corner in football at the moment, man. It's a tie between him and Jalen Ramsey. But bro, Trevon Diggs had a nice pick six against another Alabama quarterback thing. But then I already know people are going to scrutinize him on the drive after that. So before previously when he got his interception, the next play after, it was like a one play touchdown to Kendrick Bourne. So if you look on the play, I don't have it right now, but if you look on but if you were to go back at the highlights and look at the play, yes, Trevon Diggs got beat a little bit, but he was playing that little catch up. Demonte KZ was getting, his eyes got big and he was cheating. He automatically tried to run and make a play on the ball. He ended up missing. Kendrick Bourne with a perfectly placed ball by Mac Jones. Kendrick Bourne ran up under it, scored a touchdown, and then now they're going to accuse, now they're going to let up and say that Diggs let that up. But that wasn't fully Diggs because Diggs had single high safety on top. So that was Demonte Casey's fault on why he came down and everything like that. Run defense, man. Run defense, man. This is what irritates me at points is like we'll do good earlier in games where we're, earlier in the weeks where we're stopping the run when we played a little bit of other teams who could have ran the ball. But it's like, man, it's crazy how New England, they was able to run the ball on us. We were able to run the ball on them for a little bit too, but there were, towards like the second half of the game, New England was getting in their way running the ball. I didn't end up liking that, man. So, defense overall, they did their job because sometimes the offense, with the coaching mistakes, the offense, kept trying to go on fourth downs and then you flip field. New England's automatically in great position to score a touchdown. So I can't really fault the defense for allowing up some points, but, obviously I just want to get better on our run defense just for the simple fact that, you fix your run defense. You shut down one, because two. Teams can only be two-dimensional. They either run the ball really well or throw the ball okay, or they can throw the ball really well, run the ball all right. But you got to make sure that you stop one of the two. And Dallas did their thing today. Randy Gregory was a man on a mission today, man. I believe he had about 3 sacks, 2.5 sacks. He was a total monster in today's game, man. Total game changer. This is what we expected from this man, and we knew we were going to get that we were going to get plays in a game in games like this from Randy Gregory because this is his first offseason since almost his rookie year in 2015 when he finally had a full offseason. Now finally since the NFL is allowing marijuana, so now since they're allowing that in the league, Randy Gregory, that's the only thing Randy Gregory had. Randy Gregory never had off the field issues. The only thing he had was just smoking a little bit of marijuana, man. That was it. So now I'm glad he's finally in the league, man. He's turning it around. I'm really proud of him. But, this is what we expected out of Randy Gregory anyway, man. We saw this. We saw shades of this in 2018, so I'm really happy right now. So defense did their thing, Randy Gregory was a monster. We got fixed on stopping the run. Trevon Diggs did his thing. Yeah, he got beat a couple times, but that's what's going to happen. He's always that person. He has dimension when it comes to when a wide receiver. He never gets down on himself when a wide receiver beats him because he already knows with his young athletic ability he can come out and make a play the next play or the next drive, whatever the case might be. So we did our thing today, man. Now we're on next week to a bye week. Thank God. We needed it. We need it. We was limping into the bye week. Cedric Wilson believe got hurt towards the end of the game. Tyron Smith, this always happens. It wasn't his fault at all with this injury. Tony Pollard was running, outside of the tackles. He tripped up over Tyron Smith's ankle, man. Tyron Smith went down. He got up. He was able to walk on his own, which was a really, really, really great sign. He was able to walk off the field. He came back around the start of the fourth quarter, so I was really happy with that. And then now you look on the next week against Minnesota. Next time we play, it'll be Sunday night on Halloween. We're gonna be playing the Minnesota Vikings, who played a good game against the Carolina Panthers. They won in overtime as well. And they scored. Similar to how it ended today with Dak and Ceedee. Kirk Cousins threw a nice little touchdown to KJ Osborne in the game against Carolina. So, we play them next week. well, not next week, in 2 weeks from now, because we have a bye week next week. So we desperately needed it. I'm thankful that we have a bye week. Now we're gonna have about a week and a half off to prepare for Minnesota. Hopefully they're healthy. I think they're gonna have Dalvin Cook and everybody like that. They're still having Danielle Hunter, Dalvin Tomlinson, and all the guys over there. So I'm proud, everybody, hopefully. And then now this is when you're going to get everybody back. This is what Dallas Cowboys fans are mostly excited about. If people were worried about our offense, or thought our offense was prolific, without the shades what you saw offensively in that Tampa game week 1. We're going to be that. And then plus, since we're almost hitting that mid-season form, that mid-season stride right now, we're going to have Leo Collins kick back up to right tackle. Now we're going to finally have Zach Martin, Leo Collins, and Tyron Smith finally all be on the same field together. Then we're going to get Michael Gallup back, and that's going to be an extra added explosive weapon to the offense of ours. Now we're going to have Ceedee, Lamb, Cooper. We have the big three that we've had healthy last year. Now we're going to have them this year. We still have Dalton Schultz, who's balling out. Blake Jarwin, who caught a touchdown for today. I forgot to mention that. Then we're going to have Zeke. You're going to have Pollard. Offensive line is going to be back and fully intact. Then now, with the defense, hopefully the Cowboys can go out and make a trade. Because yesterday I heard that if it ain't looking good in Pittsburgh, obviously they're still going to try to compete. But they're going to try and get rid of some assets. They was talking about getting rid of Joe Hayden, possibly. If the Dallas Cowboys can acquire Joe Hayden over once the bye week hits, and we can go get like a Joe Hayden, possibly get him after a couple days after Sunday night's game tonight. Maybe if they lose, and I believe Pittsburgh will fall to 2-4. They still possibly have a chance to compete in that division. Especially, I don't really want to talk about too much other teams, but Cleveland Browns, they had a lot of unfortunate injuries today as well. So, hopefully that everybody on Cleveland's healthy. But like Kareem Hunt's out for the year. I saw that. And then Odell had a shoulder injury, and it's sad with OBJ, man, because like OBJ just finally came back, and then now he as soon as he comes in for he finally came back off the ACL, then he comes back in and gets injured. Baker Mayfield got injured, but he's fine. He came back in the game. So just basically they were saying that Steelers won't get rid of Joe Hayden, and if the Cowboys can go out there and go get a Joe Hayden, I know Anthony Brown has been playing solid, but if we can go get Joe Hayden, a really, really, really nice vet, opposite of Trevon Diggs, man, we're going to have a nice little secondary. We're going to have a nice secondary, but I believe our secondary just can be a step up better, 2 steps better if we go get Joe Hayden, man. So I just want Dallas to improve and hopefully get in the trade market, get a team that's on a fire sale right now, and pick up a nice defensive end who can fill in on the opposite side, or somebody who can be a nice rotational piece. We'll get you a nice corner, maybe like a Joe Hayden who's a Pro Bowler and things like that. So, yeah, man. See you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.